Happy Wednesday, my beautiful friends out there. Hopefully everyone is having a lovely evening. It's October 19th, 2022, a little bit after 6:30 Pacific time, recording live. So I always wait for people to kind of tune in, and then I upload all those videos into my channels. Yeah, I do not have any elaborate editing. Everything is straight up, how truth should be, right? No editing, no filtering, just straight up. Because at that time, we are in that time of history. So today I'm going to talk about something super interesting, kind of exciting. It's always exciting in my corner of the universe, because we are the shakers. We are shaking it. That's why we came here. The light is coming and it's shining light on the darkness that we've been imprisoned and enslaved in. So buckle up, buckle up. It's been super exciting, right? So I don't see people in yet. So if you are on the channel, if you can see me, give me a thumbs up to make sure that we are live, because my channel gets messed up with. It's actually it's incredible, the shadow banning I'm experiencing. My channels are being messed up with the audio. People are complaining that the audio is bad on their end, while my audio is tested and is good. So this is what it takes to be in times of censorship, when the dark forces do not want us to be speaking the truth, to empower others, and for us to unite in truth, in light, and help each other. So I will give it a few more moments. I will be covering up some super exciting stuff that I've been working on, and yeah. So I guess I'm going to get started. Hopefully you can see me. If you can see me, just give me thumbs up. So in one of my previous videos, I was talking about the right of self-help. I had Doc online with me, and we were going through the details, because a lot of people feel quite frustrated with the current state of affairs, that their rights have been violated, they've been trespassed on by their own public servants, things are not working, and people, feel hopeless. And so I want you to know that those times are over, that people are stepping in their power. There are remedies, and it takes a little bit of education. It takes focus. But today I'm going to talk about exactly what happens when you stay focused. Because they don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know that you have the right of self-help, that there is a remedy for you, and that you can actually hold your public servants accountable and responsible. And this is what the establishment and the system doesn't want you to know. So welcoming you all. I already see some people here, and so today I'm going to talk about, I received a letter, okay, and I love to receive this letter. I'm just going to cover it up a little bit here, but look who it came from. It came from the Judicial Council of California in San Francisco. So it's located at 455 Golden Gate Avenue in San Francisco. So here's the mailing, here is my name, it came to me. And it's very interesting. So I received this letter because things have been happening. I have actually a couple torts in place against a couple of public servants, specifically a couple of judges that didn't uphold their oath of office, trespassed on my rights, didn't hold their agents accountable and did not correct the mistakes and the errors that happened. So I've been taking them through the process. So in the previous video, we were explaining the specific steps. So once again, in America, we do not have public rulers. We have public servants. Very important. Um, the delegated power is in the people, with the people. And if you are people, if you are living man and woman, you are those people. Okay, you are man or living or woman. You are Californian. You are Nevadian. You are New Jerseyan. You are Arizonian, New Yorkian. You are one of the people that delegates powers to their public servants. So we need to, when we recognize that we have these public servants, and this is why they took an oath of office, because we need to hold them accountable to the services that we hire them to perform. I was talking to, you are basically the employee, and you are employing these public servants to perform certain duties. And if they do not perform, you need to hold them responsible, like any boss, any employer would do. So it's very important to remember in the Article 6, Section 2 and Section 3, that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. That's the Section 2. In Section 3, every public servant is bound to their oath of office because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Now, the Constitution, you are not party to the Constitution. The Constitution was created for the government, for the public servants, to make sure that they do not trespass, because your rights do not come from the Constitution, your rights come from your Creator. However you call your Creator, God, universe, quantum, hologram, whatever, but it does not come from your public servants. Very important to remember. So when they do not uphold their oath of office, when they trespass on you, when they make you, wear a muzzle, when they impede and trespass on your right to travel, or do any kinds of trespasses and violations, you hold them accountable, you hold them responsible. And this is where your right of self-help comes in. And so when some incident like that happens, you send them lawful notification. So you notify your public servant that, hey, this happened. You trespass on my rights. You trespassed on my person. I will use that word person. And now, these are the details. You can even attach affidavit, a statement of facts via form of affidavit, but you are stating your injuries, that you've been, violated. And you let them know. You also educate them, because most of them been miseducated. So this is why the lawful notification is so important, because you let them know that they did wrong and why they did wrong. You state all the facts. One of the important facts is, if you are on California, the 1879 Constitution has been repealed on November 8th, 1960, which is a matter of public record. So for over 61 years, this has been repealed. So any of the code, statutes, regulations are null and void. So they cannot be applied on you. They can be only applied to their own employees. Then you give them 21 days or 30 days. And if they do not come back to you, you remind them with notice of fall that, Mr. Public Servant or Mrs. Public Servant, I served you this lawful notification to respond to me, to correct your wrongdoing and make me whole. Because that's what honorable people do. When you do wrong to another man or woman, you make it right. So this is basically the place, this is the moment when we give them the opportunity to be informed and make things right. When they don't do that, now we give them another opportunity, which is the notice of fault. We are very graceful people, we are honorable people, so we give them additional 3 days to, get back to us, correct their wrongdoings, and also to inform them if they don't do that, that the next third step will be an affidavit of default and final judgment, res judicata. What that means is that basically that they are not rebutting anything, they are not making things, they are not making you whole, they are not correcting their wrongdoing as their public servants, as your public servants, and so now they basically are agreeing because their silence is acquiescence. They are agreeing to it. If you make a claim and they do not rebut it, which they are responsible to do because they are your employees, they work for you, now they are agreeing to it. So now you have an affidavit of default. They agreed to all your statements, averments, your charges, because of course you have to make them based on facts, truth, law, and evidence, right? So you cannot make things up. And then you file a criminal complaint. And the criminal complaint then is filed with the U.S. Attorney. It's actually the Consumer Protection Unit, and it's very interesting because that office was created for your protection as the consumer, because you are not really dealing with government. You are dealing with corporations that are selling services. Unfortunately, they are selling their services at the point of gun. So when you do that, you do the lawful notification, you do the notice of fault, you do the affidavit of default, res judicata, and final judgment, criminal complaint, which includes all that information, your statement of facts, through via form of affidavit under pains and penalties of perjury. Now you are creating your court of record. So you have your court of record, and now you take it to tort. You basically, I forgot to mention, with the notice of fault and opportunity to cure and correct and contest acceptance, is you are also including your fee schedule, saying that, hey, listen, Mr. Public Servant, if you wish to continue to trespass on me, now you are entering into self-executing contract with me, and I have prices. If you want to dishonor your oath of office, in my fee schedule, it's $50,000. If you engage in constructive fraud, that's $1 million. Larceny, $1 million, and it's pretty pricey to trespass on me, on the private woman, one of the people. I'm the boss. So if you want to trespass on me, if you want to violate my rights and my property, which the rights is my property, well, it's going to be costly. So if I let you know via my fee schedule what the prices are, do not come later and complain that it's unreasonable, because it's kind of like going to the restaurant. You sit down, they give you the menu, and you start ordering from menu, and then you get upset at the end of the meal with the prices. Well, you've been informed, you sat down, so this is the same thing. So now I have two torts. So then you take it to torts, where you basically provide them the true bill, and it adds up. So I have two torts, and they are a little bit over $41 million, and it includes two judges on one of the counties, on Orange County, and they do not like it, but they agree to it, right? And so this is where the letter came from. It came all the way from Judicial Council of California, and this is what tells you that now your public servants are getting concerned, because now it's getting serious. And so this is another tactic of fear-mongering, of trying to scare you. So I will read you what they said. The Judicial Council of California. Dear Ms. Coloma, the notice of tort claim dated August 26 and September 20th, 2022, that you mailed to the Superior Court of California, County of Orange, Superior Court, are being construed as government claims and have been referred to this office for review and handling. This response is made on behalf of the Superior Court and its employees only. Notice is hereby given that your claims have been rejected. We are required by statute to include the following warning. Warning. Subject to certain exceptions, you have only 6 months from the date this notice was personally delivered or deposited in the mail to file a court action on this claim. See Government Code Section 945.6. You may seek the advice of an attorney of your choice in connection with this matter. If you desire to consult an attorney, you should do so immediately. That's very interesting. So, you know what I did? I went on a computer. Yeah. And I went and I checked on Duns and Bradstreet. And guess what? Surprise, surprise. That's another corporation writing to me, inviting me into their system. Okay? Right back into their system. Because tort is a tort. You see, this is the right of self-help, the private administrative process through non-judicial foreclosure. Because when you do not have controversy, everything is already decided. The wrongdoers, my public servants, they didn't rebut that they didn't do it. They didn't take the opportunity to correct it. They didn't take the opportunity to make me whole. So when I sent them my fee schedule, they agreed to it. So why is another corporation now stepping in and trying to get involved? Trying to tell me that my tort is not valid? Tort is tort. I'm not asking for them to adjudicate anything. They are not involved in it, but somehow they are trying to involve themselves in it. Okay? So this is how we respond to them. So I wrote a lawful notification and request for discovery. And and another thing, I always love these letters because they come from Sincerely Legal Services. Legal services. I like to really acquaint that legal services men or women. First of all, they forgot to sign it in their red ink signature. And so we know that this is another trick where people are hiding behind it, right? Because the computer did not magically grow fingers and started to write the letter to me. So someone, like real man or woman, used their hands and they typed it up. They print it up. They print up this letter. They put it in this envelope, right? And they mailed it. So, what names do we have here? Okay, we have administrative director. We have the chief deputy director. Ooh, and we have the chief counsel of the legal services. And we have names. We have actually living men and women with that. I will not name them, but yeah, smart people. You can figure it out who they are. Okay, so we need to respond to them because that's what honorable people do. So here we go. So I am sending them lawful notification and request for discovery to those people that involve themselves in the correspondence on my tort claims. So dear administrative director, chief deputy director, and chief counsel of the legal services, I'm in receipt of your letter dated October 11, 2022, informing me that the notices of tort claim dated August 26 and September 20th, 2022, that I served on the Superior Court of California, County of Orange, administrator and presiding administrator of those corporate courts, and of course they are a corporation, so I'm listing their DUNS number, 962594339, are being construed by you as government claims that were referred to your office for review and handling. Your response made on behalf of the Superior Court and its employees only was that my claim were rejected, followed by warning. I am at a loss and little confused as to what constitutional authority or delegated power authorizes you to construe my tort claim is anything by a tort claim served on the tortfeasors whose misfeasance, malfeasance, and nonfeasance in the performance of their fiduciary duties and emolument violations caused injuries to my person and property for which I am entitled to damages in the amount to make me whole. Your unjust interference with my tort claims denies me remedy for which you become liable. It reminds me something. I also called them, and in their own recording, they are stating that they are not involving themselves in any cases, that they do not provide legal advice to the public, which I'm one of the people, I'm the public, in their own recording. Okay, here we go back to the letter and to the notification. I'm also at loss as to how you claim you construed my tort claims to be government claims when in fact County of Orange and State of California are both corporate entities having both EIN and DUNS number and are listed with Duns and Bradstreet, as is Judicial Council of California. Let me tell you their DUNS number, 36070944. Not a corporation. Being you are learned at law, right? Then you know the Supreme Court in the Clearfield Trust ruling declared a corporation could not be government. So where are those government claims? You are not government. County of Orange is not government. So there can be no government claim. My tort claim is my right and is made against agents and principals of foreign corporations. You have no authority or right to interfere with my remedy as one of the people. I am also at loss as to how you claim your existence and cite the codes that you do, as it is a well-known fact and a public record that the 1879 California Constitution as a corporate charter was repealed by ballot pamphlet number 12 on November 8, 1960, and as such all code statutes ordinances based on the scope of authority of that document are null and void. Unless you can provide me evidence that 1879 California Constitution was reinstated, I will be patiently waiting for that, as we both know that those documents do not exist. So, for County of Orange Superior Court judge and district attorney to apply those null and void codes based on the repealed 1879 California Constitution as listed on the internet as their scope of authority constitutes libel upon me and causing me damages. You are herein requested to furnish answers to my questions and provide certified evidence of your position within 10 days from the receipt of this notification, as I continue to be injured by your rogue employees. And since you claim to be a public servant, you shall have no problem providing the requested documentation and certified evidence to your employer, one of the people, in this instance, Lenka Coloma. In peace and honor, all rights reserved without prejudice. That's it, my dear friends. Okay? Another corporation is trying to get involved in my tort. It's all decided. I didn't ask them to. They do not have, I would like to really know, where do they gain their power to adjudicate my case, my tort, which they even say in their own recording when you call the Judicial Council of California that they do not provide legal services that they do not get involved in cases of the public, and yet here they do. And I love the warning, the warning in the capital letters, and highlighted in bold, that I have 6 months to file a court actions on this claim. Why should I be doing that? Like, court action. Why should I be going back to your corporation and being subjected to your policies? No, we are not doing that. So thank you, but no thank you. And also the other one I always love, and they push the hiring of the attorney on people. That's really just fascinating to me. Always, you need to get an attorney. You should do that immediately. Excuse me, why would I be doing that? First of all, I'm one of the people. I know my rights. I know what your duties are. There's a document that you took an oath on called the Constitution. It's very simple. But I guess my public servants that I gave all these opportunities to correct their wrongdoing, suddenly they are not liking it, because they know that what's coming next, that now they are becoming liable and personally responsible. Because another thing, which we were doing another video on, I tell you, I really feel like Alice in the Wonderland, because it's like peeling an onion of this incredible constructive fraud that was created over the past 160 years, and it goes deep. But what unfortunately these poor souls do not realize is that they will be thrown to the wolves, because they've been miseducated, they've been misguided, and they think that they have bonds, which they don't, and they think that their criminal insurance policies are going to cover them. We were doing a video on that the other night. That unfortunately is not the truth. That their criminal insurance policies only cover the corporation from their own loss, but do not indemnify them from the injuries they are causing and the damages they are responsible for onto the people. It was actually a fascinating conversation we had with one of the largest criminal insurance carriers in America, who told us, well, if it was open to the public, then any person could make complaint, and we would be very busy. We would be very busy here. And we ask, well, is government so bad? People, this is really fascinating, okay? When you really start, when you're holding your public servants accountable, and you step into your power, you do your homework, you do your research, and you stay on it. It's very powerful, because remember that this is America. This is America, where people have rights and we have public servants, not public rulers. So there are some notes. So let me just go through that. And thank you, all of you, who are part of this process, who are supporting us. Yeah, so we will be doing more videos on it. I will keep you posted on this. But yeah, like I said, if our public servants do not respect our rights, if they want to trespass and violate our rights, if they want to commit emolument violations, yeah, it gets costly. It gets costly. And this is why, that's the whole spirit of law, right? And being public servant. The concept of being public servant is that you want to serve. You want to serve the people in your community, and you want to do good. And how it used to be is that people took an oath, right, that they will uphold people's rights and they will defend them from all enemies, foreign and domestic, and their word was their bond. And then they actually, they bonded all their personal property to that word that they will serve. Well, then as we were growing, then there became companies that provided bonds, and they went away from that, and then they went to the criminal insurance policies. But unfortunately, these people are now standing in the wind, completely exposed. Because once people start holding them accountable, and people are coming, people are waking up, they are holding their public servants accountable and responsible. That's when they agree to the injury. So then damages come next, and the lien process. Because if they can do it to you, then we can definitely do that to them. Because remember, your public servants cannot have rights that you do not have. So this is very powerful, and what it requires is that people really start waking up, start standing up, holding their servants accountable, and that we stop being afraid. Like when they send you these letters and try to scare you and confuse you and fearmonger you and try to entice you back into their system of constructive fraud, and enticing you literally into involuntary servitude, because that's what happens. That's what this is all about. They think that they are above the law. They think that they like that because it's been done for so long time and they were not held accountable, that this is how business will continue to be done. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. And what else what I wanted to say was that a lot of people are realizing what has been done, and how deep this black hole really goes. And it's really sad to see what these public servants have done to many of the people. One of my declarations on the record is 15 million Californians whose homes have been stolen. We have cases where children have been stolen from parents, and they've never seen them again. And we know about the child trafficking. We know about the adrenochrome. It's horrific what's going on behind the closed doors. And the time is up. The time is up for everyone to stand up. We will not be tolerating this. We will be defending our rights. We will be defending our properties. We will be defending our offsprings. It's not that complicated. And you have to remember that the light always shines through. Truth is completely different frequency, completely different energy, and truth always prevails. Same with light. Light always prevails, and you are the one who is bringing the light to the darkness. And I also believe that there are good people trapped in this bad system, and this is why we are exercising our First Amendment right through this process. We are being peaceful. We are being nice. We are letting our public servants know that they did wrong, and giving them an opportunity to correct their actions, to correct their wrongdoings. And if they wish to ignore us and ignore the effort we are putting in through the paperwork we are presenting them, you have to remember that the First Amendment is very important, right? It gives you the right to petition your government for redress of grievances. So this is exactly what we are doing. We are petitioning the ones that we employ, that we pay to protect and defend our God-given unalienable rights. So we need to be respected. We need to be respected, and we need to be made whole again. And so for the people, the good men and women who are trapped in the system and have been miseducated, misguided, brainwashed, this is an opportunity to correct their wrongdoing and make their the people that they serve whole again. And this is why we are taking this process, and it's out there, it's happening, and we will be taking it all the way. There is no stopping. Once once these public servants agree to this, well, then I guess they agree to it. Like I said, if you do not like my pricing, then don't do business with me. It's that simple. If you don't have money to go to eat at the restaurant that tells you what the menu, what the prices are on the menu, then you don't go to eat at that restaurant. It's just very simple. So, my beautiful friends, this is an update from my corner of the universe. I'm sending much light, much love. Stay strong and know that the future belongs to us. Sending much love.